Just to start the interview, tell us your name, where you're from, and how you first discovered the real world.
Yeah, so my name is Kaius Radžius. I am from Lithuania, which is Northern Europe.
Yep.
And I discovered the real world when you guys were blowing up on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Been just watching your content and decided to join on my 18th birthday.
Nice. So, which campuses first attracted you? What did you first do when you joined the real world? Because I know it's quite tricky to navigate. What did you first do, and how did you make your first $1 back?
Yeah, so at first I was going to do video editing. Not sure how or why, but decided to go with copywriting. And it was a pretty good choice.
Yeah, good. How are you doing now? It is now May 2025. We're going into June. How are you doing right now? Like, how much money are you making? How old are you as well? How does your life look? What kind of business are you doing?
Yeah, so right now I'm 19 years old. Last time we talked, it was maybe a few months ago.
Yep.
I was at around 4,000 per month. So at the moment, last month was 6,000. The previous month was 10,000 in a single month.
Wow.
Right now, I'm trying to focus on real estate marketing, so
Yep.
like Facebook ads, etc. And I met some guys in the real world who are actually teaching me. They have the same business model. It's super nice. I actually flew out to Croatia to meet them. Crazy. It's
Wow.
crazy how the real world has impacted my life. And my goal is to expand into the US, which is why it's it's going a little bit down. I know I can do much better if I was just in Lithuania, but I've been doing like 200 cold calls or 100 cold calls every day in the US. So the answer is between 6 to 10 right now.
Very nice, very nice. So you're making like a 200x on your educational investment if you're making 10 grand a month. Which brings me to the next question. You locked in, you're inside the school, you're paying $49 a month forever. But the price of the real world is increasing because we've grown the school, we've added professors, we've added the fitness campus. Obviously, me as a business person, everybody who works for the school needs paying. Do you think it's fair for me to increase the price? And do you think the new price will be worth it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'd probably, even if it's increased for me, even if I hadn't logged in, I'd still keep paying. Even though I've learned most of the stuff there is to learn from the real world, but just the people you meet, it's worth it just for the connections. Now I keep telling people like who sometimes I get DMs about people asking like, "Hey, I saw this interview. Is this real? Is this a scam?" Like, if you do not join right now, you're basically losing $100 every single month. And for example, a year from now, you'll have lost $1,200. So if you were to join, this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, no, fair. I understand. So when you're in the real world, a lot of people, you're completely correct, learn all the skills they need to build a business. They build a successful business. Why do they stay in? Because people do stay in. Talk a little bit about the community, how you met these guys in Croatia. What does the community mean to you? Because that obviously has some value.
Yeah, it's probably the most value for people who are more advanced in business because nowhere in the normal world you'd meet people like this. Regular people just do not live the same as the real world students, and especially the more advanced ones, because the more you progress, you unlock the better chats, which gives you better connections. And you
Yeah.
can tell just by the roles that someone has that either he's a disciplined guy you should connect with or not. So I met this one guy, his name is Ante. Just DM'd him because saw he was in real estate as well. I thought like, hey, do you want to call? Maybe I'll give you some tips. I thought like I was ahead of him. Turns out he has this huge real estate marketing agency, and yeah, so we got along pretty well. He taught me quite a bit about like sales, cold calls, etc. And yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy what connections the real world can give you. Just random people on the internet. I remember I was a couple of weeks ago like staying in a five-star hotel, like thinking, is life real? Because like 1.5 years ago, I was working as a virtual assistant in a marketing agency for €5 per hour before the taxes.
Nice.
And I'm like thinking, am I in a coma? You know?
Well, you're definitely not in a coma, and you're right. Networking is absolutely priceless, and there are people inside the real world who actually made their money just from networking. We have business people who joined whose business is going very well. They connect with the right people, they level up, their power level grows up, they get into the silver chats and the the more advanced kind of chat rooms when their power level grows, and they literally just meet the right people and 10x their business just from the connections. So yeah, my advice to anybody who's in the real world now, if you're paying $49, excellent, you got in before the price increase. Never leave, because also, even if you're running a successful business, even if you've built up, what you've built up, there's a lot more coming to the real world. This year is going to be absolutely crazy. There's going to be new professors, new campuses. We're going to be offering real world accreditation and degrees. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. So thanks for your time, Caius.
Yeah, appreciate you having that.